Hey there, YouTube. Jobber approves this video.
What's up, YouTube? It's Master Ricks once again, chilling with my boy Austin, and Austin went, well, he got top 8 at our San Jose Regionals. He actually got 6th place with what?
Odd Eyes, Performapal, Magicians. I guess like Odd Eyes.
So I have one question for you.
What?
I thought Magicians were dead.
No.
Wow. What made you want to play the deck?
I've been playing the deck since it came out, and it's just been, you know, they hit like Wisdom Eye, and I was kind of sad at first, but you know, like there was still enough, and you just have to like figure out new ways to do the deck.
Did you struggle to find like this build, like to get it together, or you had it for a while? You just needed to.
I had it for a while, but the only thing was we had to actually wait for Shining Victories to drop so we can get the Unicorn, because that was like super essential for the deck. Because without it, you literally can't play this deck.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and I'm sorry. What were your matchups today?
I had.
Oh, I guess not today,
Saturday.
but Saturday, yeah.
I had 2 Cosmo, I think 3 Extra Deck Monarch, 1 Domain, and like 2, 3 PK Burning Abyss, something like that.
Easiest matchup from meta standpoint.
Honestly, I thought it was the Extra Deck Monarchs.
Yeah.
Like that deck pluses a lot, and they can do a lot, but it's just I just felt it was the easiest to deal with.
Hardest?
Definitely Cosmo.
And hardest overall that you ran into?
Just Cosmo in general.
What about that stupid Klee deck?
I did not run into it, but that wouldn't be as much of a problem because you have Dragon Pit main deck.
Plus Twin Twisters, right?
Sided. Well, I don't side Twin Twisters, but MSTs pretty much.
Oh, okay.
That and Decree, so Decree just auto wins against that deck, honestly.
Alright then, cool. Well, let's go ahead and get into it.
Alright, so first you got...
real quick.
What's up?
Look at this nice mat, man. Woo! This is nice, man. Alright, go ahead.
Alright, first you got the obligatory triple Dragon Pit.
Of course.
And I played the 1 Dragon Pulse just for Floodgate monsters to get rid of boards.
Perfect ratio.
Yeah. Then I played triple Oath Dragon. Just basically recycling in rank 6 plays.
Okay.
The 1 Wisdom Eye, because, you know,
is that
only got one Time Breaker, because he helps in the Pendulum Scale against your Cosmo matchup, because Destroyer can't automatically get rid of your Pendulum monsters, and also he's outs, because he's kind of like a Cypherine Lord Zeta, where he can like banish himself in another card, so he just outs things.
Okay, just an annoying card.
Yeah. And then the 1 Noble Dragon for the tuner and ditch fodder. Then triple Odd Eyes, because you need Odd Eyes in this deck.
No less than 3?
No, not in this build. Then that's it for the Magicians and Odd Eyes. Now for Performapals, 1-in-1 standard Joker Corgi board. Triple Sorcerers, you need them. Then you got 2 Unicorns. This card's super good because it gives you another 8 scale searchable off the Performapal engine, but also because its Pendulum Scale enables OTKs like crazy.
And for people who don't know, what does this card actually do? Or do you just use it for the scale?
I just honestly use it for the scale. And it's if an Odd Eyes monster declares an attack, you can target a Performapal you control, and it basically gives the Performapal's attack onto the Odd Eyes monster. So let's say you have like a regular Odd Eyes and you're going to beat over something, you can use its effect and then target, like, let's say a Joker. So your Odd Eyes gains 1800 and it does double damage as it is, so you just go in.
So it multi-purpose, right? OTKs and just for scales.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's searchable off Sky Eyes too, and Performapal, so it just fits perfectly everything.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. And then 2 Lizard Draw, because Lizard Draw, and I didn't want to run Geek Turtle because it got stuck in my scales too often and I couldn't get rid of it. And
so you chose not to run Geek Turtle?
yeah, because it's only a 6, you can't really pendulum your 7s and or 6s, and I have too many of those, and it's just not good enough to merit me playing. And then the last one is just the Silver Claw, just kind of a little extra attack boost, just another target, and it's also a 4, so just kind of in there. Then you got
the most busted card in the deck.
One of the MVPs, my favorite card, is just Kieran, just so good. Just, oh my god, this card is just amazing. I wish that it wasn't just 1 Kieran per turn, but you can do like Kieran, like 3 of them if you do all of them.
Yeah.
That'd be way too good.
That'd be way too dumb, yeah.
That'd be way too stupid. You got 1 Eccentric just for outing things.
Only the 1?
Yeah. I thought about running more than 1, but it's not necessary.
During the tournament, did you ever feel like you wish you had a second Eccentric, or 1 was enough?
No, 1 was always enough.
This deck profile was so good, we decided to give you 2 locations because Why not? So, and then next.
Alright, so then I decided to put Avion back in for a little bit with the Draco engine. I took him out, but now I wanted to put him back in because I'm not playing the Dracos, so it's just main deck just
Did
kind
two ever clog?
no.
Did you ever wish you played a third?
In a sense, yes, but I've had bad experiences playing 3 where game 2 I'd open up with all 3 in my first hand and just can't play. So
That's rough.
I decided 2 was just good enough.
And how good was this on, was it Saturday?
It was pretty good when I ran into it. It was always helpful, but I didn't always run into it, and it's not searchable. So it just kind of like, if you get it, it's good. If you don't, then
Oh, well.
yeah. And then main deck 2 maxis for the last monsters because everything special summons now.
Ever wish you had it at 3 to see it faster, or 2 was enough?
No, I always like it in 2, whether main or side deck. 2 is always good enough for me.
Awesome.
And that's it for the monsters.
And
it's
what's
31? I believe.
31? Okay.
Yep, many monsters. Now for the spells. Triple Pendulum Call because
Busted.
it's too good.
Busted.
I'm gonna cry when it gets hit. Then 2 Skyrus and 1 Terraforming. I used to not play Terraforming, but I just figured Skyrus is just so much more important now.
Yeah,
Then you have
with the hits, right?
with the hits and because of the unicorns, so now you have searchable low and high scales, so it's just much more important.
Pretty good.
Decided just want it at all times. Double reload just to deck thin and get rid of your dead clogged hands and just get deeper in your deck.
How good was this for you?
It's so good. Many times, like, I'll open up with like 2-3 cards that I wanted and like a couple that I just would rather search out. Like, let's say you open up a unicorn, you're gonna search it out later. You don't want that in your hand. Just reload it back and then just get other stuff.
You ever wish you had it at 3? Or?
No.
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 Every time you needed it, you had it.
Honestly. Then the last spells, we played 1 Odd Eyes Fusion, just so good.
So good.
Being able to just summon
A solemn
Vortex,
judgment.
yeah, off of essentially nothing. If you have no monsters and they have 2 or more, just so good. And 1 Raigeki for board clears.
And how did you feel Regeki was?
Super good.
Because I've seen a lot of builds that they don't really feel like main decking board wipes. Was this
For
good?
me, it was super good because it was just never like against a PK Fire dude. I Dweller Raigeki'd him
Ooh.
and just went in, won from there. It honestly was just the last push to go for game many times. Like sometimes if they were like kind of stalling out, like setting or base, like putting up like flimsy boards, it just annihilates them. You just win from there. So
Very
it was
nice.
really good.
Right, and that's 40 cards.
Nope, 41.
Scrub.
I'm savage like that. Alright, and then the extra, we got 1 Dweller, super relevant, Castell, relevant, a Jester to search your Kieran or whatever
Did you ever
else
want a
need.
second one?
No. The only reason I use this is essentially to search Kieran
Oh,
or
okay.
Eccentric, the cards you can't search.
Okay, okay.
Utopia, Beyond,
Of course.
and Lightning, just
How
standard
good?
for this.
How good was Lightning?
Oh,
Or I'm sorry, Beyond.
all of these cards are super good. This is just getting over problem cards. If you
Cosmo
don't,
ships?
yeah, like if you can't make a Dweller and like run over something in the same turn, just do this, gets it. And then this is just so good. Just gets over entire boards by itself.
Zeros everything out, right?
Yep, it's
Very
so
nice.
good. This and Odd Eyes is just instant OTK from there. There's that, and then tried out 1M7. It was good in theory. Just like if I had like cards in my grave that I wanted back, like
You ever go into it?
no, but if I had like Monkey Board, Avion, or Kieran stuff engraved that I can't get back by myself, just make this and then just put it back in my hand and pendulum it back.
Would you cut him out?
He would probably be the first I'd cut, but I don't know what I'd replace him with. And the most of this extra deck is just like situational. Like I thought he could be decent as a situational card, but it just never popped up.
I see, I see.
We got 1 Norito, him by himself won me a game against one of the domain monarchs. I opened up game 2 with double mask restrict, so I just decided to make this and sit on those 2. I flipped it and he just couldn't do anything.
GG.
Honestly, yeah. Then for the 7s, 1 Big Eye, because Big
Big
Eye,
Eye.
like, you know, situational. Red Eyes Flare for end game, or if you don't OTK, just put this on and they just can't do anything. Then the 1 Absir, just
Really good.
super good. Him plus Meteor Burst. Whenever you make him, you're generally just gonna go and OTK that turn.
Very nice.
And the 1 Rebellion to send off for the fusion and also to summon off the Absolute. 1 meter burst, so good, so good.
Just it's like another lightning, right? It's just no effects or any damage stuff.
During the entire battle phase.
Wow,
It's
really
like
good.
a mini dweller and just so good. And then one clear wing, never really made him, but he's supposed to help against monarchs and you know, cosmos.
Would he come out, or you still keep him in?
Nah, I'd still keep him in.
Okay.
And then lastly, Bay.
Busted.
Bay. This card is so good.
Solemn Judgment, right? Pretty much.
All you have to do is spin back a face-up extra deck, so he recycles like your jokers, anything that you'd rather search out. Just it's so good, just like free negation.
Yeah,
And
nice.
he bounces stuff whenever he special summons, so it's like so good.
Alright, and that's 15. Now on to the side deck.
Yep. This side you got double Flying Sea for PK, BA, extra deck monarchs. This plus Kieran on board is just you win, because they summon something trying to do anything, you give them it, they stops them completely, and then you just Kieran it back to your hand, clear their board, and then just go in, and then next time they try and do something, just pop it back. Just,
Damn.
it's just so good.
Over.
Yeah, I did that to a PK player and he couldn't do anything. Triple MST because if Dragon Pit isn't enough, and just back row removal because...
Did you ever wish you mained him?
Not really, I didn't see much back row.
Never came up?
Never really came up. I sided him a couple times, but they weren't super necessary, honestly.
Ghost.
One Dark Hole for board clears. Double Deflector and double Mask for the Monarch matchup. Just self-explanatory.
Too
good, too good.
Game right there.
Double Decree for in case I ran into Klee, Yosanju, basically any of those back row decks.
Rogue decks.
Yeah, even Cosmo, if I saw that they were playing traps.
Did you ever want a third one?
No, but like this against my PK Fire matchup, because he was playing the Solemn Brigade and everything, just won me the game, because I could not do anything. And then lastly, triple Iron Wall.
Very nice. And what was the MVP of the side in your opinion?
I'd have to say Decree and Flying Sea, honestly. I know.
So, if you go to Nationals, are you going to make any changes to the deck, or will this be the build you take?
I'm not sure. I can't really say anything for sure because it's still a little ways off.
Mm-hmm.
But this is, I feel like, the best I can do with this deck. It's like most consistent, just has power plays and everything, which is good enough for me.
And would you recommend people to pick up this deck and start playing it over, say, something like maybe a Draco Pal build or a Cosmo deck or something like that?
I don't know about the Draco Pals is kind of dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cosmo's expensive, I guess, and I just don't like the playstyle. And I keep telling my friends, why are you playing Monarchs? Because a lot of them, Pepe players, they switch to Monarchs. I was like, why are you playing that? Like, it breaks, and this just doesn't break, like, at all. And it's also fun, because pendulums are fun. I don't disagree, but...
Well, thanks again for the deck profile, man, and if you go to Nats, which is pretty expensive, if you go, you know, I hope you do well, so thank you, Austin. Yeah, let's look at that mat, though. Alright.